You guys have to learn this finance game. It's a different game than your moms and dad, uncles and aunts, and your gramps played. Okay, they were trying to pay everything off. They were trying to earn money. In today's society, you don't really want to earn money. You have to do that in the beginning. But what you want to do is you want to get money or equity. You really want money to become equity. And you want the equity to go up. Elon Musk posted or tweeted, he's like, I know there's a lot of talk about the capital gains tax. He said, but you guys need to understand, and there's a lot of talk about billionaires paying taxes. He's like, you guys need to understand, I don't earn income. I only pay taxes when I sell shares of my Tesla. Like, people need to understand that's the game. You know, my dad wanted to earn more money. My dad wanted to get into the middle class. My dad wanted a better job. My dad wanted to have more money so he could buy a house, so he could pay it off. He could buy life insurance for the family. He could pay that off. He could have money left over for a savings account or a money market or, you know, stuff, right? But you see, that's not the game, guys. The game is to study the top wealthiest people in the world. And what they're doing is they're Jay-Z talks about equity. He's like, yeah, you going for the advance, I'm going for the equity. So the game now is trade time for money, earned income. Take all the earned income and invest it, all of it. But don't go buy Richard or bracelets or Gucci or, you know, the Fendi shoes. Don't go buy all that stuff, you know, with earned income. Earned income should always become investments. All of it, 100% of it. Like I'm telling you guys need to become fanatics. Like literally earned income. You don't have fancy cars, no house, nothing. Just take earned income, use all the earned income to buy assets that I get to write off and that provide me with passive income. So I invest in this thing in December. In January, I get a check. It's going to be a little tiny check in the beginning. And that is what you guys can spend. And you can spend it all. You can spend it on Richard, Gucci, kids, trips. You don't even have to worry about what you're spending on as long as it's out of passive income, not earned. Dude, I'm a self-made guy. Like I've been beat up. I had 70 stitches put in my head and face when I was 23 years old, beat up. Guy came in my house to teach me a lesson, put a 45 caliber pistol across my face, in my head. And I didn't have a dad. I had a drug problem, but the drugs weren't the problem. I didn't have any leadership in my life. So I was in debt. I was the black sheep of my family. I was disrespected by my community, rightfully so, by the way. I was in treason to my family and to myself and to my God. I was in treason. I was a treasonous person. I was a criminal. And I'm not saying that to be proud. I'm a criminal because I was stealing from myself and my name and my potential. I was ripping myself off every day and hanging with people that could no way, shape, or form enhance the quality of my life. So went to treatment. I went to a treatment center for drug addiction, got off the drugs, and started rebuilding my life at 25 to get where I'm at today. I was 31 years old. I borrowed $350,000 to buy a piece of real estate. The real estate was 1.9 million. I borrowed the 350 for the down payment. So I was like 100% loan. And I made almost $5 million on that deal. I was hooked. And I was working the rest of the time I was working to grind out money, selling stuff, pitching businesses. I mean, I used to spend time on the road, cold calling companies, knocking on doors. Hey Max, give me 5 minutes to show you something. You know, like I've done all the hustles. And the best real estate is owned by less than 0.1% of the people in the country. Most real estate in this country is garbage, by the way. Not all real estate is created equal.
Correct.
So what happened was, and this goes back to 2010. I mean, this has been an old scam the banks have been running down on the people for a long time, man. Back when ranches in the 1800s, they got people to borrow money on ranches, and then they took the ranches away. Fast forward 100 years. They did the same thing in 2010. They got people to borrow money on houses, took the houses away. Blackstone bought 10,000 condos in Miami in 2010, filled them up with renters, turned the entire portfolio into a piece of paper called a bond, sold it to your grandmother, paid her a dividend, took all the money out of the bond offering, paid no taxes on the event, okay? This is, people have to start following the model of the biggest players on the planet. And buying one house is not the thing. Most people are getting tied up in one house and think, oh, I own some real estate. No, actually, that's not an investment. So I got 3 exits. When you buy a house, you have basically one exit. I'm gonna live here a little while, and I hope somebody comes along, a doctor comes along, buys my house and pays more than I pay. That's one exit. You really never want one exit. We have 3 exits on every piece of real estate. I got 12,000 apartments today. So keep that in mind, 12,000. My goal is to get to 40,000 and beyond. So just keep that in mind while I give you the 3 exits. So the first exit is I buy this deal. It's in Los Olas, Fort Lauderdale. It's 456 units. It's 200 plus million. Okay, so 3 exits. Okay, I'm going to put $60 million down to buy this deal with my money. Okay, I'll put $69 million down. I'll put the debt on the deal. So there'll be debt and my equity. I close the deal December 10th, and then I offer it to my investor friends. Now, here's the 3 exits. Number 1, somebody comes along and says, hey man, I'll pay you 260 million. Let's say 200 was the price. I'll pay you 260. I have to make whatever I put in it, 69 million cash. I need at least 69 million on top of that to even consider selling. So the first exit is just merely a double on our money. Okay. That means every investor would get passive income for the length of time, maybe 3 years. And I think I can double in 3 years easily because rents are going to go up. A better exit is we wait more than 3 years. We wait 4 or 5 years. And I go, because the rents go up, I go refinance the property and return the 69 million to the investors. This is a much better solution than exit 1. Let's say me and you split the deal, Max. I put 35 million in, you put 35 million in. Just me and you on the deal. Okay, I call you up in 5 years. Hey, Max, I'm sending you back. You're sitting with your 35 million. I'm gonna get my 35 million. And then you're gonna be like, did we sell the property? No, Max. I'm just giving you your money back and we're gonna keep the property. And we have no money in it now. What's gonna happen to the income? We're gonna keep getting it forever, bro. Okay? Next time we sell this, it might be 20 years from now. It might be 30 years. Or maybe every 10 years, Max, I refinance the property and we just grab a big bag. Okay, now, when I send you 35 million back and when I get my 35 million back, the tax implication is 0. This is what Elon Musk was saying the other day. We don't want income. Okay, we want our investment back, and I want to own the asset. I want to own the golden goose. The third exit, okay, so the bigger game is this. I'm going to go from 12,000 to 40,000 units, from $4 billion of real estate to 40 billion. And I'm going to take this whole big bag, this giant bag, and I'm going to bring it to New York. I'm going to fly my plane up to New York City. I'm going to get a meeting with 3 groups. I've already mentioned their names. And I'm going to walk into the room and say, I got a $40 billion bag, bitch. Who wants it? And I'm going to choke one of these groups out. I'm going to choke some of the wealthiest people in the world out, and the marginalized are going to get a payday off the backs of the wealthy, okay? This is a Robin Hood move right here, man.